Let's see if this works. It says we're live.
Ding, ding, ding.
So I'm having a hard time hearing you because I'm running overhead,
Oh, okay.
and I had to put my earbuds in order
Yeah,
to
because you got to
cancel
do it
out.
from the phone. Yeah.
What's that?
You got to do it from your phone audio.
Well,
Is that what
I
you're doing?
think you hear me from this though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I've got a fancy rig now. Look at this. It's only taken me a year to set this up. So how's it going?
Good. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, it's early.
Yep. It's 7:15 here.
Yeah,
So yeah, I have to get up anyway.
yeah.
At
7:15 tomorrow.
yeah, tomorrow. I'm in the future. I
That's
can tell you about all
awesome.
the new RCs coming out today.
Yeah.
There are none. There are none coming out today that I know of.
Right on. What's going on, everybody? We got a lot of people already in. So we got super one-handed RC, VNB Speed, Molds RC, RC Recreation, Jeff Brown's in the house, Matthew Copeland, Trent's Workshop, Sergeant Jay's, Jeff Makovich. There we go. And I don't know if someone can test it or not, but hey, Andre's in the house too. Here you go, Andre, repping the Scale Metal Supply today. So I don't know if someone can test it out, but we're actually live on RC Amigos side now too.
Oh yeah, definitely should go
So,
watch it there.
well, I don't know if it works or if it doesn't work. I have no idea. So
It's showing it's working. I'll go look.
it says green. So we'll see
See it
how it
green.
goes. What's going on, upper left RC? You guys are down south, so you guys are south of me. So I think you guys got another round of snow. I'm not sure. I thought it was like a couple days ago you got another round of snow. F3's in the house, Mr. 1998 Jeep Cherokee, David Ferris, CSL RC Lorne just popped in. What's going on? Seems like people are popping in today. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. About to do some massive mini monster truck. So I'm excited for that. How's the Mediterranean?
The Mediterranean was nice and cool.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
It was
awesome.
yeah, the last interview we had to do said he wasn't feeling well, so we had to check out a little early, but
Mm.
so barely got down there before the sunset. I mean, it's literally that way 150 yards to the Mediterranean. I have to walk by like 4 pools and water slides and a whole bunch of crazy stuff to get there, but yeah, it's a pretty
Nice.
awesome resort. It's like an all inclusive place. I'm not here as a resort experience, but
You're not walking around in your speedos.
no, there are some though.
Yeah.
Even at lunch,
Right on.
just put Jim's bearings in my TRX4 Bronco last night. Nice.
Nice.
This Mr. 1998 Jeep Cherokee. Do you have bearings in yours?
Mine?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Not yet. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what goes on with it. I'm thinking about grabbing another one for fun eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm liking it. I haven't driven a whole lot this last weekend. Uh we were busy all weekend. So put Christmas lights up at the house and at my kids' school.
And there's only so much time for all of your Hallmark movies and everything else you got to get done.
Oh man, today I was grinding at the shop yesterday and today. I've got an install tomorrow, so it was nice. Ah, Scale Metal Supply says CCXRC Speedo, a real stocking stuffer. I like it. That's hilarious.
I'm roughing it. Yeah, the roughing part is the time shift. It's like straight
Yep.
up killing me.
Yeah. Monster tires and speed transmission. Is that a winner? Inquiring minds want to know.
It still needs more
Well,
speed.
yeah, I have. We'll find out how much more speed on my end. You said it was a little peppier when you did yours, so
Yeah, have you driven it yet?
I'm excited. But I'm also going to mount a new body to it.
Yeah, the
Printed
one
up.
that we're looking at in the screen.
Yes, sir. So I printed up some parts, some body mounts, so that we can mount this bad boy up. But yep. So this is the one. I got all the trim. I cut it in today, so it's all black underneath. And I gotta, once it's all fit up, then I'll print it out or paint it up and clean it up, and that'll be my next one. Says you need to put that Holmes Hobby 380 3S in that baby. I know. I saw that. It's like a 66. Oh, right. The 380. He has a 180 66 turn coming out. And I was interested in that. What's that?
What's the turn on that one? Do they say the speed one?
On
the Titan, the Traxxas?
87.
That's the speed one?
Yep.
Yeah, 66 would be much better.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see how that works. I don't think
put the motor in yet.
No. His and hers, he said. Nice body. Yeah, I haven't put the speed one in yet. I just been running it with this one, and it's been doing all right. So once the speed one's in, I think it'll be a little bit more all right. And then if I can get that faster motor in there, I think that would be ideal. But of course, you know, it's going to be a
work in progress.
Steeplechase. You're gonna figure out, like, will this ESC want to pump that much juice, or will it not want to pump that much juice? And then
and will the plastic gears handle it, or
right 2600 kV on 3S and bearings. It's a beast. VMB said that's what they put in theirs.
Okay, wow,
that seems quick.
Yeah,
that seems real quick. I was going to put this in, and then I looked at it a while ago, and I was like, oh man, that means I have to take off the drive lines too
for putting to
put that in, and probably the battery tray, it looks like.
Yeah, it's like 8 screws. It's not bad at all.
8 tiny screws.
Bigger than that 624.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know if you've watched it yet. Have you seen the new Gymkhana?
Yeah, I've only seen parts of it.
Oh, dude, we just literally, like, right before we went live here, me and the kids were sitting down here watching it, and my wife was upstairs, and I was like, this one was awesome. She's like, I could hear you guys yelling upstairs. I was like, yep, it was pretty rad. So it was cool, man.
Yeah, I've been pretty busy, so
yeah.
And then I made the mistake of sleeping from 8:30 till 11:30, and then waking up.
Oh no!
Till about 4 a.m. So
yeah,
I just slept for 3 hours, so that was good.
There you go. 3 hours should do.
Yeah. Well, I had a nap there earlier, so
yeah.
Now we need Monster-Kana.
Yeah, I know. That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, ripping through streets and all that, blocking off roads and jumping things, man, it'd be wicked.
Dude.
Trucking cars going down.
The outtakes of at the end where, oh, hey, speaking of Monster-Kana, Adam Anderson says, go to bed.
Yeah, right, man?
Jeez. Yeah, no, so
right now. I wanted to see, so I was flying into Amsterdam when Monster Jam was heading in there.
Oh, that's cool.
I was flying through Amsterdam. I was like, man, if I could get off for just a little bit.
Yeah, super one-handed RC said that front flip though at the end on the outtakes. There was some cool stuff. They did the shot where the car goes underneath the jumping monster truck. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, pretty rad. Can it be controlled at speed? I'm bouncing off the walls with my Rampart. I think the extra length
It's
on
not
this.
that fast. It's
No,
not
it's
that
not that
fast.
fast, and I think the extra length on it helps it a little bit.
Yeah, the
I don't know what.
Rampart's insane.
Yeah, dude, the
I turn it
Hiroshima
down.
or whatever that thing is called looks so rad.
The what?
The, it's not called the Hiroshima. I was trying to be funny. Whatever. What's the new one that they have?
Oh, now you got that stuck in my head. Oh shoot, that thing is awesome though.
It looks sick.
It's like the proper way to have speed in a little car like that.
Yeah, I saw. So Exo Cage had his with monster truck tires too,
Yeah.
and I was like, dude, that looks legit. That looks like how you're supposed to do it. So
Yeah, I think that the problem is if you have speed like that with the narrow tires, it's just going to want to traction roll real bad.
sure,
It's
big
going to
old
bite
twist.
so hard. Oh my gosh. When you corner, it's just going to probably dig. And that's what I think. I haven't done it yet. Hiroyama.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. That's
I
what
knew I was gonna botch it.
Dirk said. Hiroyama. So, yeah, I really like that thing. I
There you
almost
go.
bought it with me.
That's how fast it is to swap out the motor. Put on a new
And
one.
actually, if you were to just buy the transmission gears, there's only a couple more screws to take them out and switch it
Really?
because you have the case off right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad if people wanted to save money because I think the gears are like $5.
Oh yeah, that's a much
So, but what I
cheaper.
plan to do is take the old case that I have. I don't really plan to run any of them with the stock gearing.
Yeah.
I'll either switch them to low gearing or high gearing now that I have it off.
There you go.
And then I'll just put an L or an H on the case.
40 lost my first screw. Oh, there it is. It's like, come on, man.
Well, you black screws on a black mat just seems like
I'm asking for trouble, right?
somebody's not thought this out very well.
Well, contraire Monfer, I thought this out way better. I have what I think is all the tools I'm going to need already laid out
Yeah,
for today.
that knife is in Stabby McStabberson position.
This?
Stick you, yeah.
This?
Keep watching your hand go down next to him. Like he's gonna set his hand right on that because the blade looked like it was straight up.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so excited for Monster Jam kicking up 2023. I have plans to go to a bunch of them. Yeah, I want to go to Detroit and I want to go to Indianapolis. I want to go to the one here locally in Grand Rapids. I think Weston's going to be running that one. And I've just been editing the drivers running their
I saw that
LMTs. So I was going through that footage again. So I've literally just been watching all that footage of the World Finals last night when I woke up from 11 p.m. till 4 a.m. I was working on it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I got some more Kingsling footage to edit tomorrow or tonight before I go to bed. I don't know if I'm going to do a full edit or not. I've been really attacking this YouTube thing over the last week or so.
Yeah, man.
And thanks to everyone that's watching already that's gone and subscribed. I think I've gone up 60 subs or something like that in the last, at least in the last week. So been hitting those reels. Had a couple reels, I wouldn't say blow up, but maybe, or not reels, shorts. I got to get my vernacular right. So I got to, been getting those shorts to work.
You don't want to be calling them reels over here. You're going to get all the YouTubers ticked off.
I know. The thing is, there's like no rhyme or reason to those shorts. Like I don't get it. Like I'll post one and it'll get like 150 views in the first like 6 hours.
Yeah.
And then it'll slowly tick up. And then I'll post one that I didn't think was too exciting. And it's like, just takes off.
Dude, I've done like lame ones in a hotel where it's just like quick, here's what we're doing today. and it's like retro racing, super slow, and it just blows up. And it's like, why? It didn't even have a good thumbnail. It's like a bunch of dudes standing in a hotel lobby, or it's wild.
That was something I was reading about the other day. They were talking about thumbnails and them not being as important as they used to be because of I forgot what they call it. They call it like the live view or whatever it is when you're scrolling.
Yeah, it starts to, yeah.
You don't even see the thumbnail if you land on it and stop. It just goes directly to video playing. So they're talking about the hook being more important now than anything else. Ah, of course. Tony, you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to say, hey,
you got to put that wire through before you strap your battery tray down.
Yeah, that would have been a nice, can I get it through? Do I just shove it and be like, come on, baby? There it is. Oh, there it is. Got it. Got it.
Oh, you didn't change your servo. I was going to say, if you change your servo, the wire isn't as long. I didn't run it through. That's kind of fake.
Isn't as long?
That's a really long servo lead on that thing.
Yeah.
So, on theirs.
Right. There we go. There we go.
Crawler Space is in the house. Alex is in the house.
Hey, look, it says motor. Yes. It doesn't say like channel 1, channel 2, and always confuse me.
Right.
They should all just say motor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you're not using it for an RC car.
What's that?
Unless you're not using it for an RC car for whatever reason.
Whatever. They should still say motor.
What's that? Looks like you got a dump bed for a...
Okay, so I didn't have time. And I wanted to make this pretty, but I was like, I just got to do a proof of concept first. And so this is my body mount for the rear part of the hearse. So I'm going to put a piece of Velcro on it and it'll mount straight up. I was thinking about getting all fancy and just hinging it, but I don't think that's a possibility. I don't think it'll work. So now I got to figure out a way of capturing it with a nut. Maybe
just I don't. A really long screw.
Go all the way through?
Yeah, just get a really long screw and just be able to tab it on and off. It shouldn't pull off if it's long enough.
Yeah, it's pretty tight in this PLA.
In the plastic, yeah.
I think you're
right.
Did
you get a chance to print that thing I sent you?
Yes.
Did it work?
If you're talking about these, no, I think you're talking about something else.
Okay.
But I printed these up, the hangers.
Yeah.
And they're awesome. I purposely didn't hang them up yet so I could talk about them. There they are.
Look at that focus shift. Look at the depth of field in that shot. Look at that nice soft background. So delicious.
Look at that. Look at that. It's like I'm a professional now. 1 week on YouTube and look at this. I'm already talking now. So one is Trx4M.
Yep.
And one is SCX24.
And I have another one that's in between those.
Ooh.
That's wider, and it hangs the FCX24 axle.
Psycho Garage 13, are you talking about this body? Because the answer would be no, because this is actually a model, unfortunately. And even worse so,
a discontinued model?
Like you're using a model from that era. Trying to do this without everything falling out. That's how old this model is. Pretty rad. So,
you bought it when you're like 30 years old?
I don't know. I mean,
Heavenly Hearse. There it is. Look it up.
Heavenly Hearse.
A wild surf party machine.
by Whammo. No, I don't know. Let's see if there's a day. I mean, look how old that is. Pretty rad.
Johan.
Ooh, look at
Pretty
that.
cool.
Way cool. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say a date on this, but it's pretty cool. And you know what's even more cool?
Did it come with a surfboard?
Hold on.
It did come with a surfboard.
Let me just take all this stuff out of it because it'd probably be a lot easier if I just took everything out and showed you. How often do you see that?
Wild decals or heavyweight?
Made in the USA.
Oh, wow. I did not even see that.
That is old school, man. Plastic from America? What?
They have a place in Norfolk, and as much as we make fun of like stuff that comes from China, like toys and whatnot, the toys that are made in Norfolk, Virginia, that are at the Dollar Tree, are some of the worst made things I've ever seen. My kids would buy them at the Dollar Tree, the little toy aisle stuff. Junk.
Ooh. Maybe I shouldn't make this body into my RC car body. See what Psycho Garage just did? He just found it on eBay for $345 plus shipping.
Dang.
So what could I get for a Trx4M monster truck with a heavenly hearse body?
At least 7 bones, man.
What's that?
7 bones.
Easy.
Blowing up the mini Z scene in Grand Rapids. Dang. Already ordered a second track. Timing system should be this week. That's cool.
That'd be cool. All right, let's see. I'm trying to
body for a Drift Mini Z. Yeah, that would be super rad on a Drift Mini Z.
It'd be long. I did my remember I had that one Drift Suburban that I did a long time ago, and I stretched out a Red Cat.
Yeah.
That was cool, but it was so long. It was so hard to drift. If it had been all-wheel drive, it would have been doable. But because it was two-wheel drive, it was just like, forget about it.
I'll give you 350, Alex.
I'll have to trade someone for a UDR or Mojave. I have your body sitting here, Tony.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I haven't glued it together yet. What's that?
I have my body sitting here too.
Yeah. I haven't glued it together yet. Should I show it?
Yeah.
Or should I wait?
I'm not very good at keeping secrets.
Let's piece it together. I got to finish the graphics for it too, because I did my graphics for that other thing that I can't speak loudly of right now.
Now, did you build the tabs and stuff for it to make the bed tab together like that?
No, that was part of the model that I bought, but I had to change up the sizing and all that for it.
Oh my goodness, that looks so good.
I got to print the grill for it. And the weird thing is the bed has this weird like drop in it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, we could print something and stick it in there, but.
Oops. On the inside, you mean?
Yeah, it's like a weird drop. It's like you could even put an LED in there and make it glow, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, that looks pretty rad. I should have put it up on this before I put the rear hoop on it, because it looks rad. It's like I can't really show the wheelbase.
Silver looks really good too. Doesn't even need paint.
I know. I was actually thinking about that. I was going to put the decals on it and send you a second set of decals, so that if you wanted to paint it, you could. But
I don't think it needs it.
I don't think so either. Okay, so this little piece, this little guy, I'm kind of torn. So this is going to key in. I think that might be too high. I have some adjustability on it. What do you think? Does that rake look too much? or is that a good rake?
I've said it was hard to tell because its suspension's fully dropped.
Here.
It looks pretty good. It looks mean.
Yeah.
With the front end coming down a little bit like that.
Okay. So I have adjustability. I put all these holes in it so I can lower it or raise it. So this hood actually opens.
Jeff Makovich knows what it is.
Aha! Yep. There it is.
Oh, are you gonna let that stay open, or are you gonna glue that closed?
Well, here's a thought. I'm gonna put this centerpiece in here, glue this in as a cross brace, and then put the Velcro on it and see if it bounces around or not. Kind of give it that little floppy look.
Yeah.
And if I don't like it, I'll just glue it down.
Okay.
So, but yeah. Man, that was easier than I thought it was going to be to do all that. So now I got to put this on and glue it. And this is my favorite glue ever. Starbond. If you do any 3D printing stuff, dude.
Lone Star.
This stuff.
Accelerator. So it's CA. So it's basically like airplane glue.
It's awesome. And so I have different thicknesses. I have, this is thick. I have like medium thick, thin. I have a medium brown, like all kinds of different stuff. This stuff is rad because it's so fast. It glues so fast and it's so clean. So like I'm going to put a little dab of glue on here. And this is thick, so it'll stay in place. And then I'm going to just put the accelerator on the part that I'm going to glue it to. And just kind of put some pressure on it for a second. And it's already stuck, which is awesome. So now I'm going to glue the other side. And pinch it together.
If you should have done both.
Well, I didn't want to do both.
Line it up right.
Well, there's a little bit of play, so I got to squeeze it together. So, and I wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure everything was square. So see, now I can put it in there. Make sure everything's square like that. Spray it down. And this should hold. I'll probably put another bead of it on in a second.
Yeah, that accelerator stuff's awesome.
Dude, it's rad. Super rad.
Magic.
There we go. It's just that easy, Tony. It's just that easy. So now the question is...
Everybody's ordering Starbond right now.
I know. The glue is called Starbond. Go to their website and get it. Right now they have this thing I just noticed, and I'm not like... I use it so much and it's my favorite, but they have this tag on theirs. I don't know if it's still there, but it says share a pic. You can't see that. It just says share a pic and on Instagram and receive a $20 credit. But I'm sure there's fine print, so whatever. Okay, so here's
selected.
Yeah, here's the question. Hair or teeth? What side? Do I put teeth on this and hair on the top, or do
I always do the thing that doesn't get destroyed on the body. The one that's harder to replace.
Which is what? I don't use Velcro.
Well, I would do the teeth on the car.
Okay.
Or the body side.
Right. Okay.
And I also do that so if I'm like washing, whatever, cleaning certain things, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't ever use this type of Velcro. I use that super hold stuff or whatever it's called.
Where it clicks together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not my favorite, but it seems to be pretty consistent.
And that's plastic on both sides.
It is, yeah. So you can theoretically just wash it out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just try to do this in halvesies. Or no, here's what I'm going to do.
What was the glue called again?
Starbond.
Starbond. Thick. But you have all different types, right?
So they sell a kit that has 3 different kinds in it. Here, hold on. Actually, I stock up on it because I use it at the shop too. There, trying to get the non-reflection on it. So
nice that they give you extra tips so that because eventually they get crudded up with glue.
Yeah, so they give you extra tips. Where's the other can? So they give you extra tips, and they give you these fine tip applicators.
Yeah, I use those for tires all the time.
Dude, it's rad. Yeah, it's super rad. I think the kit, I want to say it's like $30 for all 3 of those and a big applicator, and it lasts a while. I mean, I glue a lot. Like I glue a lot, and it lasts for a good long time. Okay, so now I got to figure out how to get this.
Swanson, Samsonite. Check the briefcase.
Those aren't pillows. I got you on that on your airplane flight.
Yeah, you're sleeping on me.
We just watched that this weekend. Me and the kids and my wife.
Yeah.
It's a staple. Boom. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. And this, look at that. This will go in there just like that.
That'll give you a nice wheelie.
Yep.
Wheelie weight right there.
Not to mention the huge rear end of this, but you know.
That thing is not gonna destroy it.
It's all right. It's not like it's an expensive body.
One of a kind.
One of a kind. Okay. Here we go. That looks pretty square. Oh, but you know what? It doesn't matter because it's Velcro.
Yep.
Oh.
Not gonna lie, that looks pretty awesome.
Look at that. Here, let's see if you can. Yep.
Those shock mounts, you built your own shock mounts, which don't go right to the rails, so your rake isn't as bad as mine for your drive shaft like angle.
Right.
You space it up a little bit.
I'm gonna give it a little time before I pull it off. Death Mobile right there. Yes, sir. Look at that. It'll almost stand up on its end.
Yeah, he did just say that, guys. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome for wheelies.
What did I just say?
I'm gonna give it a little time before I pull it off.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Trying to make it last longer there, Tony. Do what I can. I think I'm gonna have to glue this down.
Yeah.
Dude. I gotta glue all the body mounts or all the trim to it.
You leave the back end open like a lot of monster trucks do? Or you gonna put a window in there?
You know, I don't know. I was thinking about, okay, so what should I do back here? Because there's a door.
You should put an engine in there that mounts onto that back thing, like a half an engine.
That's what I thought. I was thinking about that, but I was kind of like,
Just glue it on there with Starbond. Well, it looks more monster truck like with it opened up in the rear.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It would be cool though to put a half motor in there with this door and sneak a little LED back here.
Yeah.
Light up the motor. Just saying. Okay, what are people saying? put some subwoofers in the trunk.
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
Just pull it off in one swift motion. That's how I want to go, Jeff says. Monster hearse, LED light, coffin wheelie bar. Okay, so did I ever show you the video of some of those cars that I made back in the day, the Monster Garage stuff?
No.
Okay, so I worked for a company that they weren't doing Monster Garage, but they were paying me to design and build Monster Garage type vehicles. Dream job, right? It was a startup company. It was funny too because they were not into computers, so they're like, okay, everything you build and everything you draw, aside from the logos, you have to draft by hand. So I had to do all these mechanical drawings by hand. They're all paper and whatever, transparencies, all that kind of stuff. So I did a hearse that had hydraulics on it. It's called Rolling Bones, and the rear end of it would kick out, and it had these extended hydraulic rams in the back, so it'd pop up even higher, and it would hop on the front and sit on its rear end. We did this huge steel bumper on the back, so it would drop down and just stand there. But the cool thing is that was one of, I wish I had more documentation about this RC car. So I took a legit casket, and I have video of it, but I don't have like all the stuff on the inside. I took a legit casket, built a tube chassis underneath, like cut the bottom of it out and built a tube chassis in there and put an electric golf cart motor, one of those motors that'll make the golf carts do a wheelie. Put one of those in, chain drive with an EV speed control, and I ran a Fataba, I think it was like a 12-channel stick controller, and we put one high volume pump in there, and we put, I forgot how many solenoids. I had like 6 switches on it. So I could hop it, I could make the rear end go up, I could dump it, I could go side to side, all that kind of stuff, all remote control. And it would do 80 miles an hour off of the 3 car batteries that were in the back. The cool thing is on the hearse, I made this, it was so like janky. So I made a platform in the back of the hearse here that was controlled from a garage door, like an industrial garage door opener with a worm gear. And the whole thing would slide out and pivot down to a ramp. And then the hearse would come out on that, or not the hearse, but the casket would come out on that. And then it would come back in, and everything was remote control. Well, the door and the thing that came out was all off of hydraulics on the inside of the car, but the RC was all, it was pretty wild. It was like, thinking about it back. So I remember doing the servo for it. This was like, it wasn't pre-reefs, but it was like the servo I had was like basically like a 5th scale servo. It was massive. It was like that big. We had to buy it from the same place that bought all the stuff for like the bomb robots. Like it was this massive servo that could lift all this weight just to turn the tires, then do all the stuff we wanted it to. And then the servo, I had a servo. It was so it was on a potentiometer that was like one of those potentiometers that would rake across the contact point. And so I had a servo running the potentiometer for how much throttle I wanted to give it, because it was the ESC would tell that servo what to do. It was bizarre. It was like too much, because the ESC was out of a electric car basically back then, and this is like 2006, I think, around there. So it's pretty rad. Fun times.
Sounds like it. Tony seems like he's been huffing some Star Bond. I've been on the wrong time zone now for a couple of days and lack of sleep.
Yeah.
So I got up early after not much sleep. Did I take any RCs on the trip? I didn't. Nah, I couldn't fit any. I had one set aside, my blue Bronco that I typically bring, but just didn't have room, and everything was already overweight for luggage or right at the edge of overweight.
It's pulling the pulling the adhesive. How long do I have to wait? Oh, man. Kalen says, forgot we were on while he was wrenching. It was all over the place. That's not an excuse. It's not sticking, Tony.
I would try to pull it off and put a finger on the and see if you can help guide it off, and then just push on it from the bottom. See if you can get it to stay in place because you now have it where you want it.
It's not going to happen.
What if you do the scissors between it? Yeah, wrench.
Boy, this sure is a handy tool.
There you go.
Ah, the front didn't stay on.
But can you see where it was?
No.
Oh. Well.
Nope.
I just do a big swath of it and just do a bigger piece up front, and then you're sure to hit.
Well, I can't, though, because I just had that one little tabletop.
Yeah, but you can have as big a piece on the car as you want on the hood.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and then you can line it up wherever you need it to be.
I meant to do that. Let's see. Maybe I can score a little line here on my hood. There we go. Come on. There. Yep. Got it. Nailed it. Should I just glue this closed?
Star bond it.
Yeah?
I do.
That way it doesn't blow apart.
Yeah, it's gonna go flying.
I know, but that's kind of cool looking.
That is kind of a cool thing, though.
But the problem is
you can't mount somewhere else. Like have a bracket that runs across underneath that to mount to the body.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of work.
Take a piece of just styrene and glue it side to side, and then your body sits right above that and can go flying off, or your hood.
Well, or just flapping around.
Yeah.
I don't know if I might have a little piece of styrene laying around.
I was thinking the same thing, Star-Lord.
Star-Lord. Let's see.
I almost was going to quote stuff about that earlier when he said Star Bond.
I feel like I have a little piece in here in my Mary Poppins toolbox. Oh, there it is. Dun, dun, dun. So, you know what's a total ripoff? What? This stuff is awesome, right? Like you can get it at the hobby shop and it's
styrene, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't remember. It's like what is a couple of sheets of this? Like $15?
Yeah, I was gonna say 12, $15.
I was on my sign supplier site and they got it
4x8 sheets of it
for $20. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Next time I make an order, I'm going to make an order of that.
Yeah. If you get it cut, you can put it in bags and sell it.
I know. Well, so I know someone who has a router. I can just sit there and just route them into any size I want.
Speaking of, as soon as I get back, I've got to start packaging bearings.
Ooh.
I'm making bearing kits for the
Trx4. Did you freeze? You still there? I think Tony froze. I think he might be in Cybertron land. Tony, are you with us? Tony. Andre, if you're still watching, you're probably going to freak out. But don't worry. I'm using his titanium roof rack as a straight edge. That's what you're supposed to use titanium roof racks for, right? There you are.
Yeah, we lost connection with the internet here.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I was in the middle of recording an interview, though. Never had this happen before. And I was using power for my cameras instead of batteries because we go through so many batteries if we were sitting doing all these long interviews. And power went out here in the middle, like 50 minutes into the interview. Guess what happens when power goes out and you're not using batteries in your camera?
Oh no.
It shuts off without finishing the file.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I got a bunch of these MDT files. Sucks.
That's
So,
yeah. I've had that happen.
50 minutes of just wasted 50 minutes of interview. I was able to save one of the clips. Luckily, it was the one that had the audio in it. So I think we'll be able to salvage it. But I now have to sit and manually sync the audio because it drifts the video. So it doesn't know what the frame rate is when in the software I use to save it. So yeah, sucked. Where am I? I'm not supposed to say exactly, but I'm in Turkey.
Tell them where you are, Rockapella.
Turkey.
He says that sucks.
Yeah. So now I'm running batteries in the one that has the audio to it.
Just in case.
As like the main camera, and then the other ones are running power. The problem is if I run too many batteries at night, I have to charge them all, and they don't charge as fast as they drain.
Right.
And so you're literally getting up in the middle of the night. You set your alarm for like every 2 hours to wake up and change batteries, and I didn't feel like doing that.
I wouldn't either.
So use that.
I wouldn't either. I know tomorrow I have an install, and it should be pretty easy, but it's at an odd time. It's at like right in the midday.
Yeah.
And normally we go like super early, or we go super late, like after everything closes. And it's like right in the middle of the day. And I hate doing stuff in the middle of the day because then you got all the looky-loos and yahoos and all that kind of stuff.
Yahoos. Yeah. Here, where am I? I can give a visual. I won't say. I got a pretty rad setup actually. The lighting's so terrible in here. I've got a huge LED light just bounced off the ceiling, so my room has light. I know it's nighttime where you guys are.
Look at that.
That's my view.
That sucks.
Not too bad, huh?
Yeah. It's like, I could be here. How warm is it? Like 70 degrees?
Yeah. And we got in here's all the lighting and interview setup. So I have like a suite in this place. So I can leave the other one set up for just banging out interviews.
Are you filming To Catch a Predator?
Nah.
You're like, would you like some sweet tea?
Yeah. It's not the worst job I've ever been on. As far as what my accommodations are.
Right.
Oh, the air conditioning doesn't work, and at 70 degrees and being on the upper floor where the suites are at the hotel, and the windows like are literally the sun comes in them all day. It gets so hot in here.
Brutal.
So yeah, they turned off the AC. So I think because they chose to do this thing in winter, because the rate is like it's all inclusive hotel, so like open bar, crazy, all the restaurant stuff's free. It's like being on a cruise. But
cool.
They it's only like $70 a night or something crazy. So
what?
I think they're trying to save money by us not cranking out AC the whole time.
That's pretty rad. There we go, Tony. Here's your quick fix.
Bang. Then you can let it just dance.
Yep.
You go flying off when you hit a jump.
Well, it still has 2 tabs on until those break off.
Well, now you have to paint that black.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Tony. Thanks a lot.
Black styrene. But yeah, I keep white and black styrene around.
Look at you, Mr. Styrene.
Sean's it's 7 a.m., bro. No, it's 8 a.m. But I am about to go hit the buffet.
Oof.
The breakfast. I mean, it's insane what they have for food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No guinea pig there?
No, but where was I where there were guinea pigs running around everywhere? Peru? All over the grounds at the hotels and stuff. They're just like guinea pigs running around.
Yep.
Here, there are cats. And they let them in the hotel. Like, they're just like,
what?
You go into one of the rooms and there's like a cat sitting on a chair. Or, yeah. I have that styrene money. Yeah, one of the cats last night jumped up on my lap when I was sitting down in the lobby.
You're like, who are you?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not your friend. But I sent pictures of my kids. They're like, I wish we just had cats roaming around in America like that. I'm like, yeah, Peanut doesn't.
Yeah.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yep.
I'm in France at the moment. It's dip dark. Yeah, it doesn't get light until 7, so the sun just started cracking. It'll be banging in the windows here soon. So, well, I'm gonna go, dude. You have fun building. I've got to go shower and prep and replug in all the lights and actually change all the light setup in there because we keep moving the room around and furniture into different setups for different people.
So you're doing it in your room?
Well, the other half. So I have a suite. So I have a door here. Then all of that is just like a whole living room area with couches and that.
Don't mind my chones over here. Let me
right.
Let me.
It is funny because they have all these people here for this thing, and I have like the nicest setup. But I mean, I'm only using the room side of it, so I basically have a normal room. But it is nice to have that. I don't have to tear stuff down every interview and set it back up. So
it's like a Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah.
You're like, you got the whole room and couch and table, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, 2 balconies out here overlooking that beautiful view.
I like it.
It's a pretty sweet room setup. But again, I'm just sitting on it feels like a piano bench at a little, I guess, a desk. They don't really have a regular desk in here, so this is it.
Roughing it.
I'm roughing it, but I did just have an awesome juice box out of the fridge. Everything in the fridge is fair game too. So
nice.
I end up taking everything out of it and putting it in my suitcase so that when they restock it, that everything's gone.
You're like my wife. She takes all the K-cups.
Yeah.
She's like,
I don't take them. I just put them in later because like later tonight or tomorrow, if I don't fall asleep at 8, I plan to, have both the Cokes that are in there and the juice boxes and.
They probably have the real Coke too. The real sugar out there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Most foreign countries have the.
Still gives me a heart party.
The real sugar. It's like going to Canada. Canada has so much better Coke than, and I'm not even a Coke drinker, but.
Yeah, well, they have Coke Zero in here, and they have Coke, and then they have Tuborg. Is that what it's called? Their malt beer for Turkey.
Nice.
In there.
So that's cool.
But yeah, I realized that I didn't take the juice boxes out, so I ran out of them already. Would have had an extra.
How many of these can I fit in my camera bag for taking home?
Yeah, we can't leave with any of it, but if I just hide it long enough that the cleaning ladies come in and they restock it, then I take it all and put it back in the fridge. That way I have stock if I want it. So that's my game plan. cheat the system.
There you go.
I want all of the things that I should be allowed to have.
I just cheated this system right here. Everything's tucked away on it.
I love that ESC in there.
It's pretty rad. I'm not going to lie. I will see how it performs. I mean, maybe I'll throw a video together.
You might have to put some kind of counterweight up front. But that weight was already in the rear. It just wasn't so high.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be okay. I don't know where my control. Oh, I need batteries for my controller. We were having.
All right, guys, I'm gonna check it out, man.
All right, dude. Well, thanks for popping in.
Yeah,
we'll see you when you get home.
Awesome. You guys have fun.
Stay safe.
Go watch on Pablo's YouTube. Do the chatting over there.
Oh yeah.
Give him the watch time. He needs it for going. You know, because you got those multiple things you got to hit. Watch time in a month and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So, see you guys.
Take it easy, man. Cool. Tony's still on. Oh, there he is. It was the awkward elevator moment. He's like, bye. And the elevator didn't close. It's just still open. All right. So what do you guys think? I can't really drive it here on the bench, but now you guys got a good look at what this bad boy is supposed to be. What color do you think I should paint it? It's not going black. It's not going black, but oh, too far. But I do have a color in mind for it. And since it's my Christmas time, I'm sure someone already knows what it's going to be. Everything looks good as a monster truck. I agree. I totally agree. I think I missed the mark on this. I think I put it a little too far forward. It's all right. Let's see if it lines up. There we go. Ah, pulled the glue out. Ghostbusters. Pulled the glue out. I knew that was going to happen because the paint's fresh. But you know what? That's not a bad thing because now I can move it back a little bit. Because I think it needs to be there. Let's pull the hood off so we can see where it needs to be. That makes sense, huh? I think this has to be all the way to the back there. Let's see. So who's excited for what to come out in the next couple days? I think there's going to be a couple more things. I have no idea what, but I have a feeling there's going to be a couple more things popping off. Just got to keep our eyes open for it. Is there anything on anyone's list, wish list, want list that they want? I know I have a few things that I'm hoping for. Can't really put a whole lot of RC stuff on my list. I think the families are like my mom and my wife are like, you got enough RC stuff. But I still get a little bit. But taking a break from my 24th scale nightmare. Oh, what's going on, Shiki? What are you working on? I want a rock band super bad. Yeah, those are pretty sweet. Tony's video made me come around. Arrival MT10 V2. So Casey, are you looking at the brushless or are you wanting the brushed one? Rock band also. Because I would really like the brushless version. But I don't know. I want the MT10 MT8 though. Oh man, I kind of want to put an interior in this. I think it might be a little overkill. You're telling me. Never have enough RC cars and parts. I believe it. I need some kind of zombie or something to put in here as a driver. And I think I'm going to put glass in it. Brushless, I guess. They just got released a new one. Yeah, so they just did release a new one. So mounting a painted body is so relaxing. Right. Not. I know, I'm waiting for this one to explode. I shouldn't have painted this one yet before I glued it. Yeah, metal gears in the diff. Yep, that's definitely a good selling point. I'm going to add some more glue to this. Can't seem to get my shocks to flex. Enduro SEX mix match drift build. Oh, yeah. So what front axle are you running? Are you running the Enduro? So it's servo chassis mounted servo, or are you running the SEX where it's axle mounted? Hoping to get the 4M. They should be available on 9th of December in the Netherlands. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I think I want another one of these and keep it. Well, it'd be cool to get another one and have 2 monster trucks, and then me and the kid could have one. Because, you know, no one likes to share. But it would also be cool to get another and just keep it as a drift or as a crawler. I think that would be rad. Yeah, I'm torn. I don't know if I want to keep this open or not. Like all the chrome parts are in the other box up there. But I wanted to do, I'm not going to put the chrome parts on and the rest of the trim on until I'm done painting, which will probably be tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. I can't believe how much this body is going for on eBay. It's ridiculous. Oh, nice. Yeah, that custom stuff, Shiki, is always all about troubleshooting. 100%. So I was thinking on this about putting velocity stacks through the hood here. Just 3D printing them and then gluing them from the backside. But I do like the idea of putting like a motor, gluing the motor to this part here. I think that would look rad. Oh, the gasser setup. Okay, cool. I really want to drive this now. Really bad. Gotta run. 5 a.m. comes quick. Yes, it does. Take it easy, Sean's RC. Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate you. I land that? Oh, it's all landed. Look at that. What's my opinion on the 4M? I understand it's 18 scale versus the 24 scale Bronco, but I already got the SCX 24 Bronco and wondering if Trx4M is worth the buy. I like it. I haven't got a scale, or not a scale, but I haven't got like a stock SCX 24 in a while. Most of my stuff is, you know, crazy modified, like the one I just did a video on. Crazy modified. So I think the size is awesome. If you're comping, I would say maybe hold off because I don't know that there's a lot of people with them yet to comp. So you might be like a one-man show and they might not have a class for it. It's super smooth. We got my whole thing about this was to get it for a monster truck. Like I thought that this was going to be the perfect platform for monster trucks. Just a little bit longer. Now it's not too much longer. This is the stretched out wheelbase, and it's like almost on there. I want to say these are C10 rear links, front and back. No, it's just a C10. No, it might be the Gladiator on the back. I don't remember. But I can tell you what the wheelbase is on this one. This wheelbase is about 143, 144. Stock-wise, when it was in crawling form, it was actually a lot of fun to crawl. I was sick when it first came out, so I didn't have a good chance to really make any videos on it. But we did crawl it a little bit, and it was surprisingly smooth and surprisingly well balanced for how big the body was. Did I create that body on my SX24? I didn't, well, sort of. So I bought a file and then I highly modified the file. I use Rhino 3D for all my 3D modeling stuff. Yeah, I didn't model all of it, but like I'm able to stretch and shrink, all that kind of stuff. Like for instance, the body that I'm doing for Tony. Oh, I guess I could glue this together. The body that I'm doing for Tony had to be pulled and sectioned to make it look proportionately correct. So let's see if I can do a quick and dirty job on this. Let's see. Let me put some glue on here. The nice thing about the little guy, these guys that are 3D printed, is that if you break them, it's not too bad to reprint them, aside from painting and all that. But this print turned out pretty good, so prep if you wanted to paint it isn't too bad. So let's see. So again, I'm just putting the activator on the side, on the opposing side that I put the glue on. And now I'm going to squish it together for a few moments, and it should just seat up nicely. I did notice that I split a piece back here on both sides when I was trying to take it off the support material. So I'm going to run some glue back here, or you won't see it. Sorry, I'm not doing this on camera. You guys got to let me know if I'm off camera or not. The one thing about the activator that you have to be careful with is on some surfaces, it clouds it. So like if I was to spray the window, like if I was to glue the window in and spray it in, it would actually fog up the window pretty bad. What's up, RC Boys 619? I've been trying to interact with your YouTube channel. I see you're interacting with mine. Thank you. I appreciate it. Trying to grow mine up a little bit. Just spending a little bit more time over here than I am on Instagram. Okay, let's see which is going to be the best one. I'm going to put glue on this side. Put this. So, do you guys like these how-to videos? I have got one cooking That's going to be how to make a vehicle wrap. Bull Gear, if you're still with us, that might be something that you might be interested in. I don't know if you already do it or not. I would say the Traxxas, you're not going to be upset about it. Let's put it that way. It's worth it. For the price, it's totally worth it. And if you already got like, come on, get in there. If you already got, extra wheels and tires for it, that's going to be awesome. For someone who's looking to start making vids on YouTube, what kind of camera would you recommend they start with? Just their phone? Most of the phones out there right now are good enough. I think a secret that people don't know, or that's not clear enough, is that most of the videos that you watch are really only 1080. Sometimes they're like 1440. Sometimes I'll upsize mine to 1440. But you can't tell. I mean, if you're watching on a TV, maybe you can tell, but for the most part, you can't. So I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth going crazy with it. Now, if you're starting, I would suggest, a lot of it depends on your workflow. So if your workflow is mostly on your phone or on an app on your phone, I would say start with your phone and then use your app. I use LumaFusion, but I use LumaFusion on my iPad Pro, and now I have this new M1 chip on the MacBook Pro side, and I can edit it on the MacBook Pro also, which is super awesome. So for probably 98% of my stuff, I use my iPhone. I have a 13 Pro, I think. And I use my iPhone. This is the iPhone. This overhead is the iPhone. I am hoping to get a new camera for Christmas, but it's a little bit because I wanted a bigger camera to do photography of my kids' sports and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I would just start with your iPhone. A GoPro works really well. The disadvantage to a GoPro is that you have to process it, meaning you have to take the video off the card and put it onto the computer or to whatever you're editing with, which is just an extra step. It's really nice to just like do it all in one. 36,000 views. Yeah, that's rad, man. Good job. It's weird. They're so random. I did one, I forgot what it was, but it got like 12,000 views. I just started posting them. LumaFusion, yep. Wasn't sure if using the phone would be best for it. Oh, dude, if you're doing it on your phone, 100%. Just, yep, keep using your phone. 1080. So for YouTube, a crisp image, like a high-speed crisp video, is 1080 60p or 60 FPS. For more cinematic stuff, you want to do like 30 FPS. So that's just the frame rate. You can change that in LumaFusion. Excuse me. Your phone will shoot at both of them likely. Yeah. That's kind of like stepping up your game. CB, RC, truck and video. Going with B-roll. B-roll is awesome, but you have to have the bandwidth and you have to be able to process all of your media to do B-roll, which is cool. It makes, what I've found for me is that my YouTube is so small right now that it's not worth it for me. Hold on. Bam. It's not worth it for me to put a bunch of time into doing a bunch of B-roll yet. A video that I put a lot of time and effort into might only get 100 views, maybe. My videos don't get a lot of views yet. Some of them I've got, a few hundred views on them, but doing a bunch of B-rolls and cutaways, all that kind of stuff. It just sometimes it's not worth the time. But it makes me happy. I sure do appreciate shooting in landscape versus portrait now. That makes life a ton easier. So here's Tony's rig. That turned out pretty sweet. What's up, Corey McKenzie? Tony is on assignment, as they say. So I'm filling in on the anchor desk here, having fun with it. We just did a bunch of Masha Truck stuff, and it was a lot of fun. So let me see if I can wipe this off before I put it away. Mostly semi-trucks. That's cool. Oh, did you see? I don't know if I posted it on Shorts or if I did it on Instagram. I made a template of a Kenworth. It was like 6 or 5 feet long. It's a 1.5 foot tall. All out of, we call it Sintra. It's kind of like styrene, but thicker. But I made it for my aunt. She's an executive chef, and she wanted to make a gingerbread house because she works for a semi company here for a headquarters place. And so she's making a huge semi truck out of gingerbread. Yeah. Editing, it can be fun. It depends on your workflow. Like for me, I run a business too, and so and I have kids, so it's hard sometimes to carve the time to edit. A lot of the times I'm editing at night, and I always joke because my wife watches all those terrible TV shows after the kids go to bed. So I'm like, you can watch your smut TV, and I'll watch, or I'll edit video. I'm trying to remember what I did with my ramps. Where'd they go? I made all those 3D printed ramps, or 2 of them at least. And now, I don't know where I put them. Because that's something else I could have glued together. Nothing but time. Yeah, I hear you. I know several retirees that have a little bit of time on their hands. Oh, that's what I'm going to do. My daughter brought this home because her friend broke our magnifying glass. So Dad to the rescue. Only problem is, oh, there we go. That's how it's supposed to go. Let's get this bad boy glued up. These little clamps are awesome because you can clamp stuff like this and keep it in place. Now, I understand that that's not like perfectly flat, but it at least holds it in place long enough for me to glue it. So, Corey, what brand of super glue and accelerator? Starbond. Starbond adhesives. We were talking about that earlier. It is like the best gluing stuff I've used in all my hobbies. Super strong, really quick. Let's see. Blam. I think those Tamiya kits are awesome. And yes, a bit intimidating. But I love building me a Tamiya kit, man. Those are fun. There we go. So this stuff seals up pretty tough right off the bat, but just like anything else, if you give it 24 hours, it's going to be super solid. But like that brake, I should have pinned it, meaning I should have drilled a little hole in here and a little hole in here and put a little screw in there or something to hold it in place, but we'll see if this holds for a while. So what else are you guys looking forward to or hoping you guys get for your holidays? What's your big unicorn RC? One that you probably won't get, but you want. I'm thinking mine would probably be a UDR. I like the Mojaves. I like the Super Baja Ray. Want an MT8. Yeah, KLN says UDR for sure. I still want a stadium truck. I was going to try to buy one. Oh, speaking of which, I think I might be going to Die Hard RC this weekend. I forgot. It's been on the calendar for months. So I might be going and trying that one out. I'm going to have to rent a car. I don't know what car I can drive up there. I know I won't be competitive with anything I got, but it'd be cool to go out there and play a little bit, see what it's about. We can rent a car. Oh, yeah. So people say stuff about the clod up there. So that Clodbuster I got, I think 2 or 3 years ago. And my family got me that clod because I had wanted that since I was my son's age. And it's funny because it's not, I mean, compared to some of the rigs that we run, it's not super, the cost is a lot different. And I love that thing. I don't drive it that often, but I need it. I use GoPros, so there's a new mini, and I saw a few. Oh yeah, the little GoPro looks pretty cool. I still want a Session, but they're hard to find and they're pretty expensive still. Considering you could buy a new GoPro 11 black for that much for a Session. Oh, VS10 Pro, 410 Pro, gray Clodbuster. Yeah, those would be all sweet. Definitely thought about another Clod. I think that would be fun. How many of you have kids that you're getting RC stuff for this year? I want to drive this so bad, but my radio is way over there and I don't have batteries in it. Gray Clod would be sick. Yeah, see, I want a Clod so I can modify it. I don't have any, my Clod, I wanted to keep it stock. So I'm not modifying it, but yeah, it'd be cool to have one. Yeah, awesome for FPV and Mojave. Yep, exactly. That's exactly what I want it for. I want to put it in my LMT or my Kingsling. What? That's cool. That's a great present to get. I have a hard time getting my kid RC stuff, even though I still do. I was thinking about getting one of those, either the SC28s or the DR28s, the little mini associated cars, either the drag car or the short course cars. That'd be fun to get a couple of those and race them around the house. We used to have the little FPV camera too that you could plug into either goggles or a screen. Be fun to drive those around with that. Well, what do you think, guys? I got all accomplished that I wanted to. Got this buttoned up. I don't know how good that body is going to stay on. Seems all right. The MT28 is pretty fun. Yeah, see, I think it'd be fun to do like super stadium truck style in the hallway. Just bend a couple pieces of metal so they're little ramps and run some laps. I think it'd be a blast. Super fun. I never realized how close in body or in length this was. So now I don't know if you guys saw, I need to get another axle. I should take this one off and look at it, see what's broken on it. It looks, I can't even see the ball in there. I wonder if the pin just came out. That would be pretty rad. Because I could just set another pin in there and glue it. Ooh, that'll be fun. 18 scale Capra. I was looking at those. I think those would be a lot of fun. I was looking at that Associated just because I do stuff with Associated. I was looking at the CR10. I thought that would be a fun one to play around with. Let me take this body off. On this one, they are the Swamp Kings by Little Guy RC. I just did a video on them a couple days ago, and they had so much grip. That's what busted. So broken axle or the pin came out. I don't know. Just running stock axles on this. Well, I take that back. They're the shaft. Oh yeah, there it is. Pow. Let's see if you can see that. Boom. Massive power. So Little Guy Racing Swamp Kings. Wow, that just sheared it right off. That is impressive. Oh, you know what? Oh no, I was gonna say, I think I have another dog bone that would work, but I don't think I do, because the plus 4mm stubs, yeah, that's the only part that you change. I wonder if I should get silly and take it to the shop tomorrow and see if I can tack it together. It'd be a small little baby weld. I don't think it's worth it. And it was still crawling pretty well. Yeah, it was crawling really well on 3-wheel drive. I was pleased for sure. I'm definitely looking forward to getting. So I was told RC all-wheel drive has some CV joint axles, and Little Guy Racing has them, but they told me they weren't going to be available for a few more weeks. So yeah, setting those pre-painted bodies is no fun. I try not to do that. On this one, no. These are the CCXRC double barrel shocks. On my son's, what was that? Oh, on my son's, he has the hot racing. I'll show you those in a second. I like the hot racing. I had those on mine first. They weren't the double barrels. They were, what were they? They're a little longer than stock. I don't remember what the millimeter is on them. They were a little stiff, but they work out really well on, we run hard bodies, and they work out super well. Oh, that's not going to get any tighter because it's just free spinning. Blam. Thought I felt something flapping around in there. Okay, so I'll show you my son's. These are the hot racing shocks. And I like these. The angle I have them at doesn't give them a whole lot of, it gives it pretty good articulation, but I'm not one of those guys that wants that like crazy articulation. I just want semi-realistic articulation and drive it more realistically, I guess. Mine do not want to compress or extend. Super stiff. Yeah, so what did I do with mine? I had to put oil on mine. It took a while for mine to break in. But if you look at, I have some videos, what are they called? I forgot what they're called. They're a little ways back, but they're my yellow Nomad body or Nova wagon. And it shows these shocks really flexing out. But I have a lot of weight. This one doesn't have a whole lot of weight. It's got the brass knuckles and millstones and cover. And I think that's probably what I had on my other one. But the articulation was nice. It would like really reach out. It would just drop out, which was cool. Oh, and I had brass wheels on it. So the brass wheels make a huge difference. That's one thing I want to do with the RC all-wheel drive ones that I saw. I saw those and they have a little longer threads on it so you can really get down on them, which would be cool. All right, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it up because if I wrap it up now, I can edit another video and I can get one posted for tomorrow. So if you haven't already, hit the like button for us, please. Also, check out Tony's site. He's got a lot of stuff for sale. Hit him up, get some cool stuff. Check out, if you get a chance, run over to my YouTube. Subscribe over there, maybe watch some of those videos, trying to grow it. Check out the shorts. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. Because seriously, like, I'm all about hearing what you guys don't like on my site or on my YouTube because it's young and new or fresh kind of. I want to know what people are looking for. Oh, no worries, guys. Thanks for having me. Yeah, it's fun. I like doing these wrenching ones. So eventually I'll probably do some more. I used to do them on my site, but I found out you kind of have to have a day and a time that you always have to do it. So that's hard when you're already doing a live. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But maybe I'll get a little run video of this today or maybe tomorrow. See what it looks like. But all right, guys. Thanks again. Have a good night. Be safe. Don't forget to slow it down a little bit. Have fun with your families. It's that time of year. Keep them warm. Keep them safe. And we'll see you next time. Until then, peace out.